Alrighty guys, this is going to be our first game of the day, and it is going to be a Gold League game. In the top right hand corner of the map, taking our red Protoss position is going to be thebert. He is part of the Breaking Bronze team group. I've already been streaming for about 4 hours, so my brain already seems to be a little bit of a mess. What I was trying to say is that he's part of Breaking Bronze, he's a Protoss player, and he is red. Done. Got it. Nailed it. Sweet. And in the bottom left-hand corner map, playing as our blue Terran today, we've got, again representing Breaking Bronze, Lynchkin. We're going to see a PVT here. Gold League is pretty awesome. It's such a mid-ground kind of matchup that I think Gold is the biggest league. I'm not 100% certain about that, but I think Gold is the biggest league, which means that you can kind of have a large variation of skill, a large spectrum of skill in that Gold League. You can see what this player's just done. Thebert's scouting really early, which is nice. He wants to know what his Terran opponent's doing. That crazy rally he just set is something you want to try and avoid. This rally is not too bad. You can see he's avoiding the mineral line, because if you do rally through the mineral line, there is a chance that the player will actually just kill off your probe and you won't get a scout. Now he's taken actual control of it, so that's good. You do want to try and avoid just rallying it, because you want to watch it as it goes in and watch what it's doing. So the Protoss player gets a decent scout. He sees what's going on in his opponent's base. He sees the barracks coming down. He sees that there's no proxy or anything like that. The Terran, however, hasn't scouted at all, not even a little bit. So he's staying in the dark for now. But we're going to see how this goes out. Looks like double gas from our Protoss player. So we could see some shenanigans, some one-base shenanigans. This base, building placement here at the top of the choke, the top of the ramp, is not great from thebert, and the reason that this isn't great is because units can arc on the bottom of, down here. Like Terran units can stand on the low ground, have one guy up here on the ramp for vision, and then can take out your pylon, your buildings, whatever it may be. So clearly he's trying to deny scouting or something like that by building this choke here. But he's also building this quite close, so you might be, yeah, I dare say he's going to drop like a Stargate or a DT Shrine or something back here, and he's doing this to deny scouting information. But I mean, Terran also, they get the luxury of having scans. This SCV looks like it might make it in. It's going to be mighty close, but as soon as Lynchkin sees this ramp, he should say, oh, okay, I might have to try and do something about this. Because even just Marines standing down here with a Marauder up here, you should be able to be a real nuisance there with a very minimal amount of units, because Protoss, of course, has those melee units, and it's just risky to do this, guys. Basically, that's basically what I'm trying to let you know. Here we go. Twilight Cancel gets dropped at the very back here, but there's still a couple ways this can go. This can be DT, or this can be a Blink all-in. Either of those are going to be a viable build, and do have the chance of doing a good job here. Our Terran player, however, just wants to play macro. He's just doing super standard stuff. He's actually cut his gas right now. He's skipped the Reaper. I love seeing Reaper openers against Protoss. The Reaper has the opportunity to do a ton of damage, as well as that you get a really, really good scout, especially in this situation where he knows nothing. It would have been absolutely great to see that Reaper jump up this wall, come in here, run around the back, and then he says, now I know what you're doing. Nothing will surprise me because I see you. But of course, it depends what your build is and all that kind of stuff. But I do just love one Reaper out of a Terran. I mean, it's not a huge investment, and it does often pay off. Especially if you can kill a couple SCVs with it as well. SCVs probes, sorry. Mothership core looks like it's moving across the map. This is kind of brazen. He is just scouting for proxied factories and stuff like that. It's very common for a Terran to build a factory down here, lift it up on the high ground, run a couple Widow Mines in, and have a bit of a field day. This is looking very one-basey still from our Protoss player. He is going to be going for a Blink. So Blink all-in is looking very, very likely. He's dropping a few more gateways. He's started his Stalker production already. And at the front of Lynchkin's base, we've got one bunker. There's no bunkers up here on the high ground yet, and that is, of course, because he doesn't have any idea that this is coming. Factory down already, though. If there's a couple Widow Mines, they're going to do a fair bit of damage against these Stalkers, because, of course, there is no robo. There is no detection whatsoever. And, that's kind of scary. Looks like, was thebert just about to expand? Okay. That's pretty brave. Instead, he does drop a gateway and a pylon, so he will be going up to 4 gateways. Going to be looting a couple more Stalkers at a time here. but he's still, like, these gateways are a little ways off, so his little push is going to be a bit late, but these Marines are coming across the map. The Mothership Core does escape without dying. There should be enough Stalkers here to push away these Marines. Looks like they're just going to push themselves away. Do we have anything here that I need to know about? Blink's just about to finish up. Stim is on the way. More Marines being produced from the Terran player. Everything's looking kind of cool right now. You know, nothing too crazy. This Protoss player is gearing up though for a bit of an attack. What is this he's done? He has dropped a robo, so he's worried about this factory. He doesn't know there's a factory, but he's worried that he will need detection. Proxy pylon in place for the Protoss player. It'd be great to see him put one a lot closer because he is going to try to just bust his way in the front door here. There's a lot of Marines, no Marauders yet. Marauders is what the Protoss player, Terran player, sorry, needs right now. He's getting some Marauders out there as well. Guys in chat, if I'm missing anything and you've got things you want to let me know, please don't feel shy. Just let me know, and I will keep you guys updated. Right now, the Terran player is just going crazy, man. He's starting to build everything that he needs to move his way into the mid game, whereas the Protoss player is still stuck on this one base. He's getting a factory. His forge is idle. Looks like this blink is if I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be shut down. But I mean, Protoss, man, you can never count it out. Like, Protoss is so strong at these all-ins, and here we go. We've only got 2 Marauders out. That is not a lot of Marauders. Stim not ready yet either, so let's see how this plays. He's going to have to pull SCVs to repair this bunker, though. That is one thing that I'm sure of. Is the blink up on the high ground? Yes, and he's just going to bypass that bunker straight away. Second bunker being built on the low ground. Stim might get sniped here. That is going to be absolutely huge, and Stim does get sniped. Oh, God. Oh, this is looking bad, guys. This Protoss player doing a great little blink all in here. SCVs have been pulled. Is he going to blink down onto the low ground? These Marauders putting in a fair bit of work, though, and the bunker's still on the low ground, so this could get shut down. Is the Mothership Core going to go down? If that goes down, there's going to be no vision on the high ground. Oh, just survives and gets out of there. The expansion has come down from the bird. If we check out the income tab, though, oops, no, I want to see just this one. 32 harvesters to 28 harvesters right now, so Terran player, he's got one expansion up. Oh, he's got to repair this bunker. Protoss player's not done yet, but the Mothership Core does get sniped, and one bunker goes down. That's not the worst thing that could happen. But a bit disappointed at himself for losing that Mothership Core there, because he did need it for vision, of course. These SCVs need to go back to mining whenever they can. He wants to be safe, and he's kind of paranoid about this, but the Stalker count right now is not too scary. It's just that he doesn't have... the Terran doesn't have the stim that he really wanted and needed. So he does still have an economic advantage right now. He's got the 2 bases so he can produce SCVs faster. He's got the double mules that he can do. But he's just very nervous and very defensive right now. He's starting to get his medevacs out, which is going to be great. These SCVs are a bit awkward here. And the SCVs do get pulled to repair. That bunker is cancelled a little bit too far forwards there. 0 upgrades here, but our Terran player getting the tech advantage now, going into Vikings and medevacs. The Vikings are an interesting choice because there is no Colossi yet, and there's no Colossi tech on the way. The Robo's basically been used for not a lot right now, and there are Immortals out, so this Terran player just needs, he's floating 800 minerals, he needs production, which is what he's doing right now, so that's great to see. Stim has been resumed now. This is still very scary. One more bunker on the high ground would be great. This is actually a really good position for it from Lynchkin, so that the blink does actually happen, and then it's like, surprise, there's a bunker. And these units just being pushed away. This is looking stronger and stronger for the Bert, though, right now. This medevac being a bit ballsy here. He needs to get that back into the safety of his home, which he does, and that's okay. The Protoss player doing a good job now of macroing on the back of this. His Stalkers are not really there now to win the game, but more to keep the Terran back at home. This Immortal just sits at the front, doing damage, and the blink is not happening. Well, that was so strange. I think there might have been a little bit of an accident. This bunker might actually burn down. The SCVs are pulled to repair. There they go. And blinking up onto the high ground. There's no one actually in that bunker. And that's bad. A little bit of miss micro here, costing Lynchkin a little bit. But I mean, the Stalker count is quite minimal right now. The blink's going to happen back down to the low ground, I imagine. He should split this up, put some on the low ground, some on the high ground. And it doesn't matter, the blink all the way down to the low ground there. He gets away only with a small amount of units. And this is where the Bert needs to say, okay, I need to go home, I need to get ready because the Terran is going to attack me. Because that's what Terrans do, man. He's whittled this army down. And he's taking the SCVs with him as well to soak up damage. He's still producing a lot of units back at home. He's floating 1400 minerals, so his SCVs are just for fun now. And here he goes into this attack. The Vikings, again, just not even necessary right now. Production tab says that Stim is finished, and that is what has spurred the Terran player on right now. He knows that he's got a little bit of a window to attack, and he is going for it. There are no Colossi in the way. A bunch of Zealots being made back at home. They're going to make this army so much stronger just to tank at the top there, and I think that's a good decision. These Stalkers are getting a little bit derpy here, and the Terran player pushing across. But yes, Protoss army is without AoE attacks right now, which means that the Terran has this window now where he can attack and do a lot of damage. But I mean, the Bert here is no slacker. He's no slouch. He's been producing a lot of units. The harvester count difference is only 6 favoring the Terran, so the army supply is actually favoring the Terran player right now. So. Oh, he does go back for this pylon, which I think is probably not a bad decision right now. That's going to make sure that there's no little Zealot run-bys, nothing to make the Terran go home. But he's so scared of attacking that I think that's a little bit of a problem. He should be brave. He should go and attack. He can do that. And the Protoss player getting ballsy again and moving out across the map. He wants to push. Still, this Robo sits idle. We do see more gateways being dropped. Is charge done? No charge yet. Some upgrades coming up from our Protoss player as well, but still, that tech is just so far behind. There's no Colossi, there's no splash. Why is he waiting so long? He's starting to get a few minerals and gas. He's nearly maxed out at 100 supply. Well, not maxed, but you know, he's nearly supply capped at 100. That'd be warping of more Stalkers. So many Stalkers. The Terran player should cotton on to the high Stalker count right now and start building a ton of Marauders. It looks like he wants to move out again. He has a bunch of medevacs. He's got 5 medevacs. He's got a decent army. He's got a couple SCVs with this army. And the armies are actually going to meet up in the middle here. Protoss player not going to engage in his photon overcharge radius. That could be huge right now, guys. That could be absolutely huge. If the Terran goes up this ramp right now, which he is, this is going to be good for the Terran. He needs this engagement because there is no photon overcharge available. Oh god, the Mothership Core gets sniped. A really good concave from the Terran here. And the Bert trying to blink, but without this photon overcharge, this Terran army is going to tear through every single unit of the Protoss. And Lynchkin feeling very, very cocky here, giving out a little bit of BM. The Stalk's up on the high ground, but the Medvac's giving vision and everything falling for the Bert right now. 122 supply to 50 supply. The Lynchkin proving too strong. I'm not very impressed with the BM there, but the Bert just throws out a lol. He's upset at himself there. He definitely couldn't hold this without that splash damage, without the photon overcharge either. It all went pear-shaped. And he built a funny little wall with his structures at the front here. You really don't want to do that against a Terran player because you want your Zealots to be able to soak up damage at the front and sort of arc out themselves. You don't want to be trapped behind your own buildings. Anyway, well played to those players, and GG Lynchkin.